Okay, okay. Hello, 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 guys. Let's get started. What do we have here? Check the volume. Volume's good. Let's see what we got. Alright, so haven't really traded this morning at all. We just got on. It was election day. You can see a lot of spicy price action. Just looking at the weekly here, just going back and forth. I think the daily really gives a better projection of what's going on today. We have these lows building up, internal lows, as well as this external low here. And we're diving into this large daily fair value gap here, both on NQ and ES. Very large range there. Let's take a look here. Next higher time frame target is this 415, 416 area here. ES already took this high as well there. We're filling all these gaps. This down, we still have lots of way to go from this down move here. We're just recovering it. I want to see this get taken. Look in the hourly here. Hourly is kind of interesting. We have a large gap that we filled all the way here. Same with the ES, just almost filled there too. With a very quick retrace inside this hourly and a run back up. Now we're starting to get a turn back down there. Let's see here. Let's see what we're working with. These lows are taking their very quick sweep of these turtle lows. I want to see the 5-minute here. So we have Asia price action. Did not want to sweep these lows, which is something that you want to be mindful of. Just continuation after that yesterday low made during the PM session. Just kept on making a higher move every session. We have Asia, continuation for London, and then right when the New York AM started there, we had a big gap up and a runner back all the way up. So that's what we're working with right now. I'm gonna update this. I'm gonna put neutral on our time frame because we are in a daily fair value gap. Everything else, all the other time frame is clearly bullish. You can see there. I'm gonna likely focus upwards until we get a flip, likely on this 15-minute. We didn't really got that many 15-minute, but until we get confirmation on the downside, I'm not gonna look for shorts. Which I feel like we're getting close to. Oh, what? Let me just mark this 5 here. We might get starting to get volatile from here out. That whole move up just got obliterated there. You're too far from the mic. Let me bring it a little closer. Let's try that. I'm gonna turn the volume up even a little bit more too. Try that, guys. Okay, yeah, so this whole session today has just been one big push up. We just literally opened up New York at 153. We're 200 plus points above now, just grinding up without really retracing. Except this retracing at 11 here in the macro time, and then strong reverse continuation back up. So we're getting held up at these highs now. And that's after filling this whole hourly gap there, guys. I think I want to put a note on. And then let me set up my trade copier, and then we'll get started to look for some trades today. But I'm gonna expect quite some volatility today, especially heading to the PM session. Just gonna connect my accounts today. No trades taken for me today yet. Yesterday we took some trades on the Discord. I was able to make it live just because I had a dentist appointment. And was there a restriction of trading tops up live today? I can't remember if they did that or not. Is that if they did that before or after? Get a nice push back up here after taking these internal lows. I like upside. I like these highs. We're gonna focus on those highs until otherwise. Yeah, so all my Tradeify accounts got paid out, so we can start focus on growing them again. Just taking base hits, as well as my Apex. Apex is submitting. We'll see if they pay out quick, like everyone's saying. Okay. What about FTT? Did you get paid? I'm waiting quite a long time as well. I submitted one like weeks ago, submitted more, I think a few days ago, and then or last week, and then submitted more. Just because I started them like in intervals. I think I shared my balance and everything, which one's paid or which one's waiting for payout, which one's not. I don't touch those accounts until they get paid, or at least approved first of all. And then after that, we'll see if I do want to touch them or not. But that's what I really also suggest, like, not to mess around with those accounts, especially when they get paid already, and they're kind of gonna be seeing if you want to blow the account up or not. Let's read the chat here. Oh, okay. Indicator. If you want any information, indicator. I think this is publicly said. I think it's also in the description. Just go in the general chat. Go in the general chat. My Discord is everything's pinned there. Going through the message one at a time. Yeah, but FTT, I think they have an event today. We'll see how that goes. I stopped promoting them as well. You can see you won't see them on the bottom left anymore. Until they can show that they're ready to start paying out again and more stabilized there. This is still bullish, guys. Looking for. I think we just scalped long until it's seen otherwise. Even though this is already fully extended. Look at the 15-minute chart. Right at the open, we had a down close candle, which was. Oh wait, is this different time? Oh, okay. Let me. Yeah, let me do this. I need to make sure I update that for all of them. Just because the time change, right? Does that apply to both of them? Let me check if it does. No, I gotta do each one of them. That's annoying. Let me make sure the time is also the same here. No, it's not. Okay. Is there an easier way to do this? I don't even remember anymore. I just forget. Before I used the wrong analysis. So yeah, right at open 930. That makes more of a easy look there. This is also not changed. That is very annoying to do this one at a time. There has to be a better way to do this. It just also, the downside is because I have so many charts. I use so many charts. Just because that's how I like to play. Yeah, it should be 5 for all of them, right? I think that's starting to clear up. You can copy the indicator. I just have way too many on my charts. I'm just gonna make sure everything's ready first. The 1 minute chart, 930 open looks fine. I'll make this invisible again. Alright, that's much cleaner. Okay. That's how you know I didn't trade since when was the daylight savings? Really haven't been trading that much since. Alright, I think that looks cleaner now. Everything's more organized. We can see now Asia did take this low here. We took London open, took the Asia high, retraced back inside, and then consolidated for a big expansion up right when the 930 opens for New York session there. Oh, I should change this too. Yeah, right when that happened. Let me change it 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to make a video of how I look through or organize my charts. That's the only downside, I guess, to having all these stuff. It's just so I find like it's like a working process for me. Like I like doing all this stuff because it does help me a lot. But some other people will be like, "What are you doing with all these charts?" I just use it well because I'm a scalper. I'm a scalper. You guys seen that I scalp very intensely, and reading through multiple time frames, splitting the charts up, which is the 15 minute does align with the 1, the 5 aligns with the hourly. It's a way for I can trade multiple setups and look at multiple different guidelines, which I know you guys have been asking for a video. But yeah, election period. All right, we're 109 right now. Let's get started trading. Now that we got fully set up, I'm still looking at this as our kind of our high time frame draw. Right now, the lower time frame is still these highs here. We're gonna focus on these failed highs. I think the 1 really doesn't really show much. We just it's not gonna move up. But if you look at the 5, I think the 5 shows a lot. We have this 5 minute gap. We retrace. We sweeped it, looking for a move higher. Until this actually at least get inverse, I'm not gonna look for shorts. And then we're also looking for a draw on the higher move. So lots of wicks here. Alright, let me make sure everything's good, and then we'll have my trade copy set up. Good. Okay, let's get started. Ready to go. Yeah, so far back and forth. We're starting to pick up volatility in PM session. If you guys weren't aware, let me see. Did get paid out 12,000 from Tradify. That was like one of the, I think the quickest actually payout time of all time for me. This happened in 3 minutes. I have a screenshot of that. But 12,000 instant funding plus instant plus instant payouts. That's, I feel like, the best combo. You don't have to worry about whether you're getting paid, when you're getting paid. Just focus on pure trading. You don't have to worry about evals. I'm gonna drop a video on two things. Just basically introduction and to TradeFi, discuss all the rules, basically a whole guideline, and then talk about how I trade with TradeFi and my kind of way of trading them. And just going through the value compared to what we have in the market already versus what we have now. Board is short for too long. We're moving lower there. So I'm just gonna look for a clear setup today. I don't know if you guys traded today already. Election day, I don't remember if I was trading aggressively or at all that much during the last election, which was 4 years ago. I was trading, but I was likely trading penny stocks. It was not trading indexes and these type of assets, like serious trading. So I definitely did also back that election day specifically to take advantage of the volatility. So I'm going to go based off what I trade, my trading style. Let's see. Clear setup only. Right now, it's just back and forth with somewhat of an immediate draw on the higher end until otherwise said, which is the 5-minute here. For indicators in the general chat. I thought I put everything in the description. I need to check if it is. Is it in the description? No, okay, I'll add it after this stream. Let's do a poll real quick, guys. Who do you got to win? Trump? Let's see just the stats of what we have in our group here. I don't know if I was even watching the election during, like, on the news last election. I know I watched it past before, but when do they usually start? I do remember, like, somewhere at nighttime, the evening time. But not sure if we're gonna see any big influences in this PM price action because of election. Yeah, we're 15 minutes in the PM session so far. I don't really see anything worth taking yet. The closest 15-minute draw, which I love to use when I'm scalping in 1 minute, we already got filled and put a leg up higher. And I still think we already filled the gap, which is the first step in this whole delivery process. And then ES also took that high, which as well as ES or NQ here. Let me mark this out. First step. Oh, so yeah. So if I would want to short, the only clear thing that I have, I don't really see in the 15-minute. The only thing, if I'm scalping, I need to see this reject here. So NQ did get a nice displacement through. We want to see this as if it's actually bearish bias, we need to see this respect. If it closes over, we're going to follow the higher time frame bias, which is still bullish upside. I do think upside is the main call there, though. Oh, look at the polls, guys. Oh, baby. 81%. I feel like traders do align more with Trump than Kamala. So, didn't know we're old enough for a vote. Traders do lean right, yeah. Something I always talk about too, like, I think for trader self, someone who has higher income, they're not gonna get affected too much about the what's gonna happen with election. I feel like the big impact will be the people that don't have that big income. With inflation and with how the country's gonna be ran, is like what's at stake basically from the two drastic difference of the candidates. But if you have money, I guess, if you have large money, high income, you might not be that affected. Except maybe the left-leaning side where they want capital gains tax and all that stuff. But I'm more speaking about, like, let's say inflation or just the cost of living and goods and all that. You just gotta make more money. But I do see, like, I do talk to people in real life. They're just like regular people. They're working just regular jobs. They're getting impacted, and like they're like, we can't even do stuff because like, oh, I still have to save. I can afford things. And I feel like I can't relate as much because we've been working hard. We maybe some of you guys can relate too, where we're getting all these funded payouts or it's exponential growth. Let's see if this rejects. If this rejects, I might look for maybe draw on the lower end here. I got money from the rebate system. Thank you. Yep. I think we officially made an announcement about the rebate. So if you made purchases from MyFunded Futures or TradeFi in the last 2 months, I think we're keeping track of September and onward, you can submit your rebate. If you haven't already, just do it because it's free money, and I'm giving it back to you guys. So if you spend $1,000, you're likely to get $50 back. You spent $10,000 last 2 months, you'll get $500 back. Just no string attached. It's just straight to your payout, PayPal. Social Security and government assistance is always a non-negotiable. People are always gonna get what they need. They're really down bad. Yeah, that's also on the line too, because with the two perspectives is with how the immigration is and how there's people using supplies of Social Security and other benefits and government assistance. And you guys are probably, a lot of you guys are also like came from immigrant families. I'm Asian. I'm Vietnamese. My parents came here. It took, I think they talked about it, it took years for them to get the proper details, and it also took a lot of money. So I'm always for immigration, but legal immigration is probably the better route. Yeah, so we did in versus 5. That's the only thing I can really use by, because we just lots of wicks just putting higher. If we continue to respect the downside, I'm gonna likely look for a immediate draw on the lower end. Maybe we make equal lows somewhere, or start building lower liquidity. There's not much I can play by in this price action at the moment. Let me look at the chat here. Can you elaborate? Talk too quickly. Some people think I talk quick. Some people say I don't. I don't know. Oh. So the timeline for the cash rebates, I think it's mid-September and onwards. That's when we start implementing, and that's where we start tracking the data. You can test it. You can look at the order lookup. If you have the order ID or order number, just enter it in the website. And if it does come up, then you'll be able to qualify for it. But we sent out like few $100 to a lot of people. I think 2,000, 3,000 this past 2 days. And I think it's more to come because now we just officially made the announcement, like we're ready to go. It's instantaneous payouts for the most part within like next few hours. And we've been testing a lot of the back end, because we didn't really fully launch yet. It's still the testing phase. We had developers work on any errors. And now you make a purchase on TradeFi, let's say, buy 5 accounts for 150K, let's say. Is that $450? Let's say it's like $2,500, right? On 5-6 accounts. You'll get that should be 250 or 125, I think. 5% back. 125 hard cash back. And I don't think anyone else is doing that type of way. It's just like, you support me, you support our project, you also benefit from it. And that's just something I've always been wanting to do, and we actually made it a reality. I wasn't sure if that's possible, but I'm glad it was. Yeah, I didn't see this 5 here. I didn't see this. We're getting another retap back inside, closing lower. Or I want to see the close first. But I think I like lower. If this does respect, I'll look for a short scalp. I just don't know any immediate draw. So like, when I take a setup, whether it's long or short, I need to see a draw liquidity, especially if I'm scalping. Yeah, I had a dentist appointment yesterday, and I had part of my gums inflamed, and that's why I might be. It does feel somewhat in pain still. Got probiotics, got all these medicine. It's been better, but it still hurts. So if I sound funny, that's why. Let me read the chat. I think the 1 minute right now is kind of useless. The 5 is giving them a better story. So far, retrace or closed under. Strong displacement and retrace back inside, respecting the bearish sentiment there. People are getting tens of thousands of dollars when they come. My mother immigrated legally and got jack shit. That's kind of how the system is right now, which I know a lot of you guys also don't think is fair. I don't know why is the discussion, why people are doing it like that. And they turn the narrative and like, oh, you don't like immigrants. Like, what? We came from immigrants. My whole family, everyone I know are immigrants from somewhere, from their parents or wherever. Thoughts on Sage leaving FTT? I have no idea. Like, I don't know why that happened, but it did happen. Do you recommend Apex currently? So let's listen with Apex. My stance on Apex is, if you can follow their rules, you might hate it. You know how the rules before, you can't DCA? If you can follow that, they're good. Now they let you DCA, but now there's some more parameters. There's risk parameters. You can't lose more than 30% of your drawdown in one trade. You might hate it, but just abide by it and make a lot of payouts from them. I think that's the best way to go about it. So yeah, we do respect this. If there was clear draw somewhere at lower price action, I would definitely look for shorts like that. But look how we wicked up. It's starting to push back down lower. I don't think I saw any clear entry models. Maybe if I'm looking at the 1 here, we had that inversion here, retrace back, basically like BPR here, which I'll mark. That could be somewhat of entry, would stop above these turn of highs, target and break of these lows. I still need a better draw liquidity when I'm scalping. It also counter trading, because once again, this is bullish on most of the other time frames. What many people do not get is that all of us in this country, except for Native Indians, are immigrants. That's also another thing too. Like, there's someone is gonna occupy the land before whoever you think. So even like, that's a fair point. Native Indians, America came and took it over. Before the natives were even there, there's likely someone occupying that land before and before and before, and that's just how it goes too. And that's also very political, which is something we just gotta acknowledge. Like, what's a rebate for? It's basically, to sum it up, if you buy from our partners that we have onboarded, right now there's only 2. It was 3. FTT was included. Now it's only 2. If you buy from My Fund Futures or Tradeify with our referral, or code or both to make sure you actually get in our system, you get 5% cash back. And you accumulate it. So like, let's say you want to accumulate for a whole month, and then it's kind of like you spend a credit card, right? You know how you get cash back credit cards, or use Honey or Rakuten. Maybe that's the best analogy I can do. After a course of a whole month, it might just add up to like $200, $500, depending on how much you're spending with evals or activation fees and all these things. Whichever we get basically a whole percentage back. It's a big chunk of percentage. If we get 15%, we're giving you 5 back. And that's what the most of these deals are. Let's say we get 15%, we'll give you 5 back. We'll keep 5 for the company, and then the other 5 is basically for taxes. No, like I said, it's only for these 2 partners. Apex is not one of them yet. We're trying to work with Apex, but they're kind of much more hassle about it. Still moving lower here. No trades today. Yeah, no trades for me yet either. I'm looking for trades though. What other prop firms do you guys want onboarded to our cash rebate system? I'm trying to get Take Prop Trader in. It's taking more hassle. I heard people like Unox. I don't really trade Unox that much, but we can try to get that onboarded too. It takes, once we need to get it fully set up where it's automated. I'm not going to do manual. I'm not going to hire someone to scout through the manual. It has to be automated, and we need to work with a firm to, like, back and forth. My team need to work with their team to get it set up. And some firms don't want to do that. Oh, is Apex doing direct funding next week? I didn't hear about that. I think I heard, or I got someone send a clip about that. But I didn't know it was next week. That's kind of very quick there. I don't know what the price point would be. But 20 accounts directly funded, not bad, not bad. Is it, because once again, you can just buy some accounts, right? And just YOLO them with news. So I want to really see what the price point they're thinking of is. So yeah, retracing the 5-minute inversion, closing lower. I didn't take that trade just once again because I wanted to clear draw liquidity, even though I have that sentiment. Still not looking at it. What's your thoughts on Rips sending assists and cease and desist? My gums are still in pain here. I can't say some words because it moves too much. If I sound funny, man, that's not how I normally sound. It's the medicine. What's Rips doing? I don't know the information there too. Do you vape? No. So if you are asking that because of my gums right now, it's just because while I was trading for like the last 4 or 5 years, I kind of ignored my health, where I didn't go to the dentist. I had some cavities. Some of the cavities were previous cavities when I was a kid, where it was open, and that's giving me some trouble. So just one of them really. And then recently, I think like 3 months ago, I got all checked out, cleared, and we're good now. But that one cavity was in a weird spot, and it's affecting my gums right now. And we're trying to keep it bright to see if we can avoid a crown. I didn't know what a crown was, but apparently it just, instead of filling, you just put a little cap over it. And that could be also a scenario there. Cease and desist to Patrick. I don't know what someone give me the context, because I don't know the context here. Cease and desist. Is this a retracement for higher? What do you guys think? So far, we're expecting the bearish moves. Damn. I just don't like where the price action is heading right now, or just where it's structured right now. I should have looked at 1 minute. Maybe we could have found something in the 1 minute for sure. If I was paying attention more about it. What's the best prop firm for going direct to live, no eval? That's a good question, because to answer that, I think we're going to go over that on a YouTube video that's going to be uploaded today about Tradeify. Oh, was it he bought the domain and redirected it to his site? I don't know the legality with that. There might be something with it. I thought it was more about just like Twitter beef. Like, maybe that's not a good idea to handle lawyers when you're beefing on Twitter, but if it's something with this business related, I can somewhat understand. I don't know if there's legal grounding with that. Like someone said they didn't own the domain of it. Yeah, looking good for lower right now. Took a flip here. Tell me some setups you guys are looking at. I don't think I'm that good with these price action with the structures. I usually just wait until I see something more clear. But if you guys see anything, if you like shorts, tell me where, tell me what the setup is. I'm pretty well versed in most ICT and similar trading strategies. Dude, when I talk some words, my gums do hurt. Damn, that hurt. There's clear edges above. Yeah, that's the easiest draw I can tell. I don't really see that many draw down below. Like, I can reference this 15-minute OB here, which I like marking the 15-minute chart when I'm anticipating price action, and then the drop in the 1 minute. So if I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, that's what I want to see. Just return back to the open of that 15-minute OB and then run for higher if that's what I'm looking at. Could definitely run a little bit lower here though, into deeper of this OB. That's what I want to see if that happens first. But so far we saw the 5, right? We saw it inverse in we saw it inverted. It's my gums, man. We saw it inverted and retrace and respected that bearish 5-minute inversion there, as well as ES. I should have marked this. Yeah, this closure here retrace back up. And I think the clearest move for the price action to land at least if we're looking for bullish while we're retracing, is this 15-minute OB here. So to me, that's somewhat of a draw. So yeah, right move to look at bearish bias there. That was a good call. You sure that inversion TP 301 is it the 5-minute inversion TT? If so, well done, man. If not, it could be the 1 minute. I think this BPR would be something I like. Let's see, 122. Is that something we inverted? Yeah, I think that's like something around there. I would have liked this setup. I think this one is a clear setup to me. 5-minute inversion. We already had bearish sentiment, and then we retraced back inside this after we inverted this one here, and then slapping the BPR, stop at the high. That's a very classic trade that I normally take there. Yeah, mid draw is 295 right now, at least minimum to the open of it. That's what I like to see. So if you're looking at shorts, I would at least hold some targets there, and then it could dive a little bit deeper. Let me check something real quick. Okay, so that looks like we're getting a full push there. Yeah. Any other day, I feel like I would have looked for a setup like that. If you took shorts, congrats. This is the first main target that I'm looking at, main draw on a higher time frame. Yeah, so where the 15 minute will be, that's where I want to anticipate the next run. Either we close under the mean threshold, which I'll look for a the draw would be this 15-minute internal low there, or we can land and then move back up. So that's what we're looking at right now. So that's the 15 I'll be there. I think it's gonna turn lows too. Looking good for a scalp here. I think it's about land. Good bounce. I thought would be there. Let's see the poll now. 245 votes. 79% Trump. That's a very high difference there. I need to let this play out more so we can clear setup though. Hey Brian, just shared a Fire AMD times time zone in here that's entirely free to Discord and main trade. I'll take a look at it after stream most likely. Straight flip back down there. And then NQ is being a rare aggressor right now. It feels like trading Twitter is a Trump echo. I mean, like, just think about it like this. Any trader, anyone who's in the financial space, I feel like would inherently lean more on the right side, which I is like pretty realistic anyways. Because they benefit them more. And they also have that capitalistic mindset, which I think the conservative side values. Rather than the left side is looking at other areas. Yeah, so we're expecting this 50-minute OB so far. That's good. Good wick, and then moving up, closing above. Want to see this flip. If this flip, I'm looking for long scalps back up. We gotta close in 3 minutes here. I'm gonna get back, take a quick bathroom break here. Very strong bounce there, guys. Right where the 15-minute OB is, I think that's the clear immediate draw. And if you're anticipating price action, there's two things I presented in the stream, whether you took the trade or whether you use it as market commentary or not. First, if we were looking for shorts, we want to in versus 5-minute. The retrace would be that key note to see if it's going to be bearish bias or not. If we respect it, we should retrace and either retrace or don't retrace at all. But still move lower. That's going to be bearish bias. And you want to see exactly where do we want to head towards there. The only thing I see, because I mean, you could look for these lows. This is way too deep though. Go to 15-minute. If you're scalping the 1 minute, the 15-minute is your best time frame. Clear 15-minute OB, retrace back inside. Did a little bit drive deeper. As long as the mean threshold is safe and not get closer above, this is what I'm looking for. So if you were able to take advantage of shorts or long, well done. I'm not really focused on trading day just because it's election day and trying to keep my risk off. But I'm also not here to give you signals. I'm here to watch and read price action and communicate to you guys. But exactly where I drew the arrows too, like a few points off, and then immediate 40-point jump. There's always some people in the live stream like, did you take that trade? Did you? When did you enter? It's like, even if I did enter, man, like, you're here for the market commentary. That's all you're gonna get. If I take the entries or if I share it, that's up to me. But what a lovely bounce though. Lovely short drive down, and then on the 15 where we're looking at. This is why, like, if you're trading the 5 or 1 or something like that, this is exactly how I read price action on multiple time frames. This is exactly why, because if one time frame doesn't show much, I go to the next time frame, and usually the 15 minutes is my optimal time frame. And this is what I can really describe there. What's your main entry model? That's a question that I went over in my last YouTube video. But something I want to emphasize to add on to that, the entry model itself really doesn't matter. You really want to focus on the first two things, draw liquidity and just anticipating price action. So here, I anticipate price action here with 15-minute OB, looking for a balance for a move higher, and an entry function itself. You just drop down whatever time frame you're like entering on is for me, it's the one that could be this 1 minute inversion here. That could be already a clear goal to look for an entry there. Dude, there's some words that trigger my gums, man. Oh. Yeah, but looking good for a move back up now. I think that's what I want to see too. Looking pretty good for a move back up. See if we take anything here. Maybe not the best day to stream. That's why we're just having fun. We're tape reading. We're watching price action. If you take a trade, make sure you're making sure you're risking well. Let's not do anything crazy today. Oh yeah, the teeth gums. Yeah. I mean, I already took a day off yesterday. Yesterday it was very painful. Today, it's just when I speak. Before I just sit there, and it'll hurt. Now, like, it's only when I move a lot. So we're past that peak stage right now. At the very least. Body close about 50% of that favor. I got a good sign. Yep. I think we can get and move back down here, maybe like low 300s before moving higher. We'll see. This is already holding. Looks like we do want to do a leg down first. Just looking at this, like when we get left this wick, I tend to look at what the consequent encroachment is, the midpoint of that wick, and see how price reacts from there. If it does get a strong closure under, it's not a really good sign either. But ooh. How you guys been doing so far the month of November? Month of October was a record high month for me. I'm not sure where I'm at in October or November yet. We'll see if Apex pays me out. We'll see if FTT also pays me out. I think I'm more comfortable with Apex right now. Like, I expect them. There's like a 90% chance they'll pay me out based off previous. But FTT is always a mystery, man. I have 35,000 pending with them right now. I'm gonna add more very shortly in payouts. So if it pays me out, great. But if not, man, I'm just gonna focus on the firms. Let me look at my rise, see where we're at right now for this month. Because just yesterday we got paid big from Tradeify. It was very good. Tradeify 12,000. So we'll at least have a good month still. And I had traded TopStep as well. TopStep Live and TopStep X Phase, which we've been still working on. Let's see my balance for this month. I don't know if this is... Oh, okay. Yeah, this is also... This is multiple firms paying me. 41,000 for the... Not necessarily the month, because I think part of it was a late payment from FTT. They paid me out on some. Then 12,000 from TradeFi, and then a few other from other firms. I had even a payment from ETF, which is ironic. But yeah, it's accumulating. It wasn't last time we withdrew. I don't know if that's the right number for the month though. It's probably gonna be like 30,000 for the month so far. Did Lanto ever pay Apex out, or the other way, did Apex ever pay Lanto? I have no idea. You have to ask them. I remember Mithy taking a 10k days. You're like, damn, I'm happy with my 10k months. Yeah, this is something also I appreciate from Lanto. When I was talking about Lanto, like, I just want, 10k, 20k months at that time. This is like 8 months ago. And that's what I felt like was like comfortable, realistic. But he was telling me, like, you can do much more than that. And then we had this argument, he's like, I'm gonna do 60,000 a month. I'm like, are you crazy? Because he was doing like 20,000 a month before, and then last few months like 30,000. It's like a 3x, 2x jump. I'm like, that's not realistic, man. That's not based on your stats. You're not doing that. It's just not gonna happen. And then he made it happen, and that's where I started stepping up my game too. And like I didn't go as aggressive as him. I took base hits as well and slowly grow them up. But it was like, it'd be like 20,000 a month is my comfortable. Now 40,000 is my comfortable. Now it's like 60, 80. And then last month was a 150 month. And I still want to pursue if I can get another 100K a month again. I'm not going to force it, but like now my new average, I hopefully will be like at 60, 80 right now. And just keep on progressively moving that up, especially with more profits coming, more scaling, and refining your trading style, your trade copier, just your whole system. So it's a work in progress. But if you look at my whole Twitter journey, I did talk about like, I'm averaging 10K a month. I'm averaging 15K a month. And then everyone's happy. I'm happy too. And then next 2 months later, we up it up 30K a month. We up it up. It's a slow, gradual, parabolic even move. And that's what I think is the best way to go about it. Don't ever just go into a month like, I want to make 50K. I want to make 20K when you're not making anywhere near that. And also don't limit yourself too low. That's also very important. That's what my mindset, I think, was caged. But other people, iron sharpen iron. And I think that's what happened. Yeah, so basically I moved back to 300 and just looking for a move higher now. I think upside is still looking pretty solid here. What did you do differently? It's like, first off, we're not blowing accounts anymore. We've been holding the same accounts for ages. If we do blow account, it's most likely because we withdrew way too much money on it and like rented their feet. And there's gonna be a time where you can't. Let's say for TradeFi, right? You get the count up to 9,000 profits, you withdraw 3,000, withdraw 3,000, or Apex, let's say. I mean, you keep on withdrawing. Every time you draw at like 8,000, 7,000 balance, you get all the way back to like 4,000, 3,000. Like it's like 50-50 if you get the next payout or not, based on that stats. And there's gonna be a time where you blow the count, you just restart. And we've been doing that consistently, where we're like, if you guys remember, like we had a 25-day win streak, which is still continuing with Top Step alone, not with other firms, because I was trying to trade more aggressive with them. But Top Step's still in a streak, and we don't blow these accounts because we're going consistently and taking base hits for the most part. Minus there's some days where you go heavier, or you see A+ setups and you step on the gas. That's why you see my Top Step. Some days, most of the days it'd be like 200, 300, 400 days. And there's that one little spike in that chart, or it's like 5,000 days. Like, that's just what happens. And I think that's the best way to go about this trading, especially when you're copy trading. You want to take base hits when it's there, but when you see something clear, when you feel high conviction, step on the gas. Or not, you don't have to step on the gas in all accounts, but let's say you have some accounts to step on the gas. For me, that was Top Step. And I took base hits everywhere else. That was very good for me, and I'm still working on that. I'm still adding more firms. TradeFi wasn't really a big thing in October because it was still new. I think it came out in September, and I didn't have enough trading days yet. So if I were to work on TradeFi, that would be 21K on 7 accounts, right? 3K a pop, 21K per cycle. There's 2 cycles. That'd be an additional 42,000 on TradeFi. We could have broke 200 there. But that's how interesting it is. The move up is mainly because I do think we just retrace the next draw. If you can rewatch stream, it's 15 minutes and we're having a nice reactor. But we did return kind of the midpoint of this wick. It looked like we're trying to move up back high, which is a very bullish signature. We just need a nice flip now. Once we get that flip, I think closure above, I think it's gonna start pushing, grinding up. What do you think about that 30% rule? Dude, 30% rules, I have no problems with. Like, I would exchange so many things for peace of mind of my payouts. I would think Lanta would have the same agreement with just like other traders. If you can give a trade-off, like, okay, you need to be stricter in this your trade style, and then the exchange is guaranteed payouts and very quick payouts, when the normal was like very long and unsure, I'll give anything for that. So kind of my stance with Apex 3.0 in general is like, if that's what it takes for you guys to not be ambiguous and start paying people out quickly without denying people because, like, you know, you're inconsistent sizing, oh, you're doing DCA, you're doing this, if that's what it takes to make it clear, I'm all for it. And it's not like kind of crazy. At the end of the day, it's their business, it's their prop firm, it's their rules. I want to see this close above 300s here in 2 minutes. Then I'm going to try hunt for longs. Let's see the close in 2 p.m. here. I think Desi might hop on. We'll see if he does. I think he's also doing his own thing. But yeah, good talk so far, guys. We had some pretty healthy discussion while we're tape reading. Good tape reading too. We'll likely do a giveaway maybe at the end of the day. Depends. It's only Tuesday too. I think this one is, if we close above the midpoint here, I would like to see a return back up. The hourly will be too, looks like. Let's give the 4 hour. Looking pretty good here. Yeah, keep on pressing the wrong button. Yeah, if we just close above this, I'm gonna try a long. Look for entry for longs. Just gonna mark this out for you guys. Yeah, there it is. Just 300 flat, basically. Yeah, so we're starting to build some internal highs above here, so I'm gonna try joining longs here. And then we'll just do a break of stop. If we do take the size. Just look at 30 second time frame. We have some accumulation, and then taking these internals here. Just want to see it pop up higher. It could be a quick scalp. I want to try to break the stop. Let's see here. Looking good here. So yeah, 15-minute close above very nicely. It's okay. This is what I did. I was gonna try to showcase it, see if it plays out well. I think it's gonna push though. But I took the long at 309. I put a was it buy stop? If it does come back down at the internal high, it took me out there. I still believe it moves higher though, just because higher time frame. Let's look for another re-entry. 86 bucks. Wow. Would it suit this high though? So I'm gonna wait for this play out first. This is good here because if we mess around here, let's say take this low and then just bounce around. This is what I'm going to look for long confirmation. If I'm looking at the 1 minute, we'll take a look for like a sweep. Let's say if it does want to sweep, run back up, and you want to see if we have any consecutive candles or large swing points. This you could see somewhat here. So maybe we'll look at something like this. Break a long to take out and move higher. But yeah, I do think longs are the objective now. Right now, I was earlier at 1 p.m.-ish. I was bearish bias. Right now, based off the 15-minute, it's more bullish bias. And if I don't get an entry again and it does move, you just gotta look for your own entry. I need to get some more water. Part of my gums being in pain too, I drink a lot of water. So this is my third water bottle in the past 2 hours, I think. Keep it hydrated. Let me read chat real quick here. Kind of bad for longs. I think it's pretty bullish right now. But depending on what time frame you're looking at, I guess. What are you looking at all? This is a good upside. This is a scenario, but I don't think we're even trying to make these low because we already had this manipulation push to take out this, induce these lows here, and then we had some internals here, which we did get a push. I believe we move higher now. Look at that spike. Very nice. Should have held that move there because we didn't have any drawdown on it. This internal high would have been beautiful. I think we're gonna hit this. So far, calling the price action pretty good. Maybe it's a good tape reading day, or just like price action reading day in general. As long as you can read this price action. I didn't really trade AM. I didn't also analyze it. I'm only focused on AM or PM right now. So me able to see and read the flow, making it flip based off my calculation, my system, and looking for where it could bounce and what parameters I'm looking to see it hold. This is a golden day right now. So far, nothing sloppy yet. You think we can take out 380? So when you ask those type of large targets, you gotta remember I'm a scalper. So when it hits 20 points, 30 points, that's usually done for me. Because I'm risking like 10 points or less. So I'm not good with those type of questions. Unless it's like there's a clear draw, then I can go for it. There is a clear draw here, but that means we have to really flip. And you'll know when it does want to do that. And then these internal highs here, relative highs here. It looks good. But yeah, just looking at the 15-minute right now, we did get a close above that constant encroachment, which is a good sign there. Do you look at volume when entering trade? Nope. Nope. I feel like if you're watching a stream, you'll know I kind of explain every single thing that I look at. It takes some experience, takes some time. Once you get that time, you're good. For every part where I'm looking for like my sentiment, like whether it was short above here and long down here, it was already said. So maybe if it happened way too fast, you have to look back at the stream for that. Just rewatch stream. EMAs with ICT. Do you guys see EMAs in my charts? No, we don't. EMAs was 2 years ago. I was using EMAs. Now I'm just looking at price action. I'm looking at raw price action. I'm drawing things myself. Oh, we got 2 p.m. move here. Yeah, so we opened up on this candle here at 308. And getting a large move up here. Let's delete this here. Oh, wrong thing. Delete. The thing with combining like confluences, what if one thing says, oh, it's upside, the other thing says it's downside, or something like that? You're gonna be confused. So you just want to follow, make trading simple. Some eternal highs above here. Looks good for a target. I want to see a manipulation though. And then flip back up. Can NQ is NQ a little weaker right now? I think it is a little weaker, yeah. Nothing yet for me, guys. At this time, I took a long earlier and got $100 out of it. That's it. If combining EMAs with whatever strategy you're using is good for you, that's fine. But for me, man, I'm not gonna do something where I'm only refining things that I would think that helps. I'm not gonna add new things, especially when I've probably tried it in the past before, and it is more of a detriment than a positive. I don't remember if I combined it like that. It's the same thing like with my gums here. It's the same thing with VWAP. Um, I do look at VWAP sometimes. I literally have in my chart here, but I'm not gonna constantly look at it. Where's VWAP right now? Okay, maybe I'll put that up to see like, okay, where's the average price based off VWAP? It's not bad information, but do I need it? I don't think so, because I'm trading perfectly fine with breeding price action, right? We're looking for this move like up here. If you're able to get in long somewhere, I had longs at 309 earlier, which I did show that I got positive stop out or green stopped out, so I can make sure. I was expecting a big pump without retracement. Yep, buy side took him there. So very good scalp at least if you were able to take longs. How many of you guys took long, guys? Press one if you took longs. That's what we're kind of advocating for the last 30 minutes right now, especially when we're advocating for shorts. Our system is more bullish now. Long 305, OB, and Bissy. Looks good, yeah. Like those are perfect. It really depends like where you entered long. I feel like, because for me, when I look for longs, this was a closure. If we even closure after that closure, I'm game for it. So after 345, that's where I start actively looking for it. I think here. Let me see. Is it 2 p.m. actually? Yeah, it's 2 p.m. I think ish. And then we have these internals and also these internals here too. Yeah, when I took those longs at 309, my stop was like these lows here. So this was the ideal move here. 10-point stop and run to 60 points, about 1.65 RR, bare minimum, and anything else is gravy. Very high probability, at least once you're, if your trade is on edge. On edge is basically for me means you're aligning with time alignment and where the price action is you're anticipating. So for me, I want to see this 15-minute OB get tagged and hold and then look for reverse back up. That doesn't mean we have to hit here, but as long as we get a reaction from it, my edge right now is upwards. So even though you don't take any trades from today, hopefully you're getting somewhere with how you comfortably feeling price action. If you like the way that I read it, the way I trade it, and learning from it, that's the best part here, guys. I'm not gonna just be aggressive today though. I'll be aggressive any other day than election day. So we'll see if we get anything clean. All it did was rebalance the hourly wick imbalance. Let me see. I think, yes. For me, I'm more looking at like, okay, the OB here. It's also hourly OB there. Retapped it, popped it up. Whatever you see, we're on the same wavelength there. They just texted me saying price action is too bad for me to get on. That's fair. That's honestly one of the most fair points. Price actions, I guess for our stream right now, we're doing pretty good. We're sitting pretty, but it is very slow and it's somewhat dangerous. So I do understand if anyone here don't want to take trades or lower the risks. Is a fair point right now. But we should, let's see if we press fire here. Two things I'm looking forward now after we took this internal draw here. I want to see if we can if we can continue closing, pushing higher, so I can look at the next draw liquidity. Let's say we do keep on pushing higher here. We'll look for breakers, we'll look for closure above, and then whatever the next draw liquidity is, whether there's these wicks here, it gotta be something clear for me. So right now, I'm not gonna, even though I'm leaning bullish here, we already hit the target. The highest probability setups, especially what I talked about in that last YouTube video where I had like a 25+ win streak, is taking clear high probability setups. And this is kind of one of them where we had triple highs here. We on the 15-minute time frame, we had bullish confirmation, holding it, and then just looking for any setups on the one to target that. You risk 10 points to make 15, and you also have your lean on the edge. That's very great conviction there. This price action is gambling, Trading Dream said. Honestly, right now, if you look at my P&L, like based off these trades that I took so far, and even we watched a stream of how we're calling price action, it's really not that gambling at the moment. You just gotta know when to not touch anything, let it play out, and when to start, like, you know, actively look for trades. And there's only two parts the whole time so far. The condition we could both acknowledge is somewhat dangerous. Very easy to acknowledge that. Anything else besides that, like, kind of disagree. Let me see what I want to get in now. I think my cat wants to come in. Wants to come in. Okay, yeah, let me look at price. Let me look at chart sked. Got distracted there. Yeah, so once we took the internal highs here, guess what happened? We went back down. Immediate draw is high probability. If your draw is higher, like this is like we're not even sure. We need much higher time frame confirmation to even ensure that happens. But what I can say here, these draw here is pretty high probability. What trade did you take other than that 5-point long? Yeah, the 5-point long, it should have been a 20-point, or not 20, but it should have been a 15-point move if I just wasn't risking down. But besides that, I took shorts for a scalp once. It was a very quick one. We're not up too much today. I think we're up like $100, $100 and $200 across my accounts. Shorts after this 5-minute confirmed. Oh, so we're at 2 p.m. right now. Let's see where price action wants to take us. take us away. Yeah, the new 4-hour happened 2 p.m. already. This is what we're looking at right now. That's why I feel like the 15-minute pairs so well with the 4-hour. And if I'm, it also pairs well as an iTrade PM session. There's a new 4-hour candle that happens 2 p.m. That's in the middle, exact middle of our price action. So you have 1 to 2 to go with the last previous 4-hour candle, and then 2 to 3, or start at 2, but 2 to 3 to go with a new 4-hour candle. And once you have that utilized, you just focus on the 15-minute time frame to anticipate price action. You drop down 1 to execute. Feels like a beautiful setup. Do you use stat map for entry exit? Honestly, I wish I used stat map more because I've been loving it more and more. But I think I just use it for guidance, right? So similar to, you know, stat map is built on the PO3. So we see this open account. It just basically aligns with what I already do, which is watching certain price action move. Oh yeah, so watching certain price action move, and it just kind of maps it with statistics. So I don't really, the only thing I use it is for guidance. Same thing with standard region projection. I think they kind of go hand in hand for me. It's more for guidance. I'm not gonna hold for entries or exit like that. If it gets close to that, or it confirms my bias essentially too. So maybe a good example, let's say, look at the daily right now, right? The daily opens here for me, with future open, we hit that manipulation target, and right after that, we didn't really play the upside until this move in London here. So we're clearly looking for a move back up. So manipulation and distribution, and that just confirms bias all the way to distribution target, which is good. That really hit right there, looks like too. Not much to do with it. Just gonna wait here. Is this the full extension of the move? Today, it does look like it does want to run lower. We've been just grinding up all day. With the election coming up, it's not guaranteed it's going to hold. Don't need to get into politics. You voted. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't vote today yet. I don't think I would vote because I'm in Florida. I think it's a pretty hard red state right now. I'll regret it if it's not. But I'm also kind of very bad with timing, scheduling with these type of things. Is that un-American for me? Rip to any future traders trading overnight swings today. Yeah, it looks like it's moving lower. Let's see a bearish breaker. Probably on the 5, to be honest. This is not good bearish breaker either. Very choppy candles. Pretty strong bearish bias, or starting to flip bearish right now. After that eternal take. Look for leg low right now. Oh, pressing the wrong button. Was it blue state last? Was it blue last? If it's blue, I think this year is a guarantee it's gonna be red. Let me check though. Florida 2020 election. Percentage. This is what I see. I remember being red though. And this looks pretty close, almost. Yeah, I do remember it was like a kind of like a swing state, but this year is easily gonna be a barely last time. Yeah. Let's see. I want to look at lower prices now, somewhat, just because we got that flip. We took that move up. This could be seen as manipulation, and we still want to see a leg down. Can we buy now? No, I don't think it's a buy yet. I would lean downside more right now. It's either unclear or downside for me, I think. Which probably is more unclear than anything. Just wait for... If you're unsure of anything, just really wait. Sit on hands. But yeah, if there's nothing happening up, I might just wrap up the session a little bit earlier there. But yeah, what's everyone goals for December? Or not December, for November? We're 5 days in the month. There's like 30 days this month. You guys have a chance, whether you're not doing good right now, make that change. Make whatever change you need to get where you want to be. Whether you're trying to make your first payout, or whether you're trying to scale up, depending on what area, what level of stage you are right now. Kind of what I do. I try to give inspiration. Try to practice what I preach, which is, you know, risk management, patience, base hits, consistency, all that type of stuff. And I don't really like just shoving in your face like, oh, we just made 30,000 for 50,000 profit. Like, we want to show how it's done. And like, I'm not gonna do that on like one account or two accounts. This is across like 30, 40, 50 accounts. So like, making 10,000 bucks on 50 accounts, it's like $200. That's not that much at all. And I'm more preaching about like, just take base hits, take payouts, scale up, slowly build up. And whatever you should set your goals, whether it's your monthly goals or whether it's quarterly goals or yearly goals, just keep on working to get to that area. And something I would also recommend is not to strategy hop. Strategy hop is basically, you see a new strategy or a new model or new style, you just hop over. Because if you watch me the last 2 years or last year, I kind of remain that one style. It's just more refined now. Before, maybe it was like unrefined. So go trick breakers, take all these type of stuff. I think I have a system down now. And soon enough, I hope we can get that coded. Maybe we'll make it out of indicator. That would combine time alignment. That would combine parameters for bias. That would look for clear draw liquidity, which the next immediate draw, because I'm more of a scalper than anything. Dude, two degrees can make that happen. I don't know if I'm ready to work on that yet. Because I still think that I could refine more and more. But I'm also meeting with them, with other people too. I'll be coming down Fort Lauderdale with them. Just to hang out, just meet them. Maybe not to work yet. But it's gonna be a possibility. How many would want that? A coded bot with my trading style, with my parameters. Similar with Lantos too, because I think we'll be more of a duo there. That's interesting here. Sweep and then push back up. Yeah, this is where I sit on hands. It's unpredictable here. You live in Florida? Yes, I do. I live in Tampa. And I did get hit by 2 hurricanes. First hurricane wasn't that bad. I think Hurricane Helene more hit the north of Florida. Milton was a bad one. Which was, we're still in higher grounds. Not too bad. Luckily, because the storm dialed down. Will you ever show your cat? Oh, okay. If you guys follow me on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it right now, if you follow me on there, something I kind of did just so I can ease up into doing more YouTube videos and maybe face cam too. During my vacation, I did post this. So you guys might see some more face cam. It's gonna be more personal. Siesta Keysan is amazing. When Lambo, something, while we're being personal, something about me, I feel like I'm on the cheaper side of things. I value things, or I look at more cost and efficiency rather than like ammo or jewelry or something like that. I don't really own any of that. I think I keep my expenses very, very low. So, for instance, this is why I talk about Lanto too. And I'm not gonna give the number, but he did a good month too. I think maybe he did like 100K plus. And he talked about like expenses. It's like a very high number. I'm like, what? Are you crazy? I was like, I made 150K last month in payouts, and my expense was like 15K under. That includes all the evals. That includes all the activation fees. That includes living and all that other bills. I feel like I keep it very tight. But then again, I didn't really blow any accounts that whole month. It was a very good streak. Yeah, if anything, I would probably invest it in properties. But I think for me, I don't really see the. It's nice. Maybe like you'll see me buy maybe if it's reasonable. Like maybe I'll spend like 500, 300 on like a watch or jewelry. But when it goes kind of a large number, even if I'm rich, let's say I have like 100 mil in my bank, I don't know if I'll still spend things like maybe. No, I might not say that. It depends. Like, yeah, I gotta be relative to what I have and somewhat makes sense for yourself. But yeah, they're not too expensive and also reasonable. And some people, they do go crazy. They're like, oh, they have a good month. Let's say someone had like a 200K month, right? They might just like celebrate and go on a 50K vacation, buy a car, buy all these type of things. But I have so much saved up right now, and I do want to get more investment properties and stuff like that and just spread out my things. Something I do talk about too, a lot of my payouts I do roll over to other investments. My last few months I've been rolling over to Webull and Robinhood. It's kind of funny because my Robinhood right now, I think 2 months I had, or it's 3 months, let's say, I accumulated 250K in payouts. I basically rolled that over in Robinhood and just took swing trades, and now it's at 275 in like, I think it's like 3-4 months. Not bad at all. Ah, I'm talking too much. My gum is feeling it. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised this move up here. I really thought it was gonna move down, but then again, like this is where I think it's more unpredictable. So that's why I wasn't really like we're gonna go down, we're gonna go up. It's just more like you sit on hands. It was easy to read this price action. It was easy to read that reverse here, but not easy at the moment. I can't even tell where it's going. It's more seeking short right now. What's your swing trading strat? It's similar to what I do on the 1 minute. Just imagine I explorate that into the 4 hour chart. So let's, for instance, I think I do an example. I do talk about my streams on Discord, so maybe next time we'll post about it. But me and Desi also take the same trades for the most part. What was it? It was something. Once we accumulate a lot of lows, you really just target it. Let's see, where the hell did I? I'm trying to look at the general price action. Oh, okay. I think my last swing was actually this here. So you guys see here, right? This is clear lows. Just imagine this is the 1 minute chart, but we're in the higher time frame. Very low liquidity, good internals at every aspect, and then every time too. This is a 3 drive up too. Made a high, low, lower high, higher high, lower high, and then higher high, filling this whole gap. I believe me and Desi scaled into these shorts here, and then we held. I didn't hold all the way down here. Ideally, I would have though, but I think same day when I took the short, I scaled in. Was this around my vacation time? I think it was somewhere like that. We scaled in, and then once we saw like 200 points, I think the same day or 100 points same day, I just went full out. But you would have ideally held to target, which is 500 all the way to 360, and then finally these targets here, which we got eventually. But just basically imagine how I trade with immediate draws and reading into this price action, but just moved on a higher time frame. That's exactly what I do. This was a good example. I don't think I took anything else after that. You just need to wait for clear. Oh, look at this, guys. This is good here. If price action do take this high, I'm gonna consider these lows eventually. And this is also something 4 hour breaker, right? Is that a 4 hour breaker? So there might be a good chance if we do run this move, I might look to swing shorts to see if we can come back down low. This is I tend to not hold this long though, but I'll scale into it. And same thing, like if we did get close above here, I'll take my exit out. But based off our stats so far, we're running like 80% win rate, 75% win rate on swings because we slowly scale in. That's a healthy discussion so far, guys. While price action is bad or just kind of choppy. Hopefully that makes sense though. Does that make sense, guys? How like I'm trying to treat swing trading. We're 2:30 in this 1 hour and a half in. Not much happening. Yeah, but if you guys want to see swing trading on Discord, maybe we'll have a swing channel Discord or alert or something like that. It's a dedicated channel where we take the same trades. These swings are more easy to kind of work with than scalping. You have so much time to like view it and analyze it and all that stuff. Yeah, but so far I don't really see anything I like. Unfortunate. Oh, 216 is a bullish breaker. 216. Oh yeah, I'm not counting this as this is one of the things that where I trade the way that I trade. I would never count this as a bullish breaker because you think about it, right? Oh, I'll kind of give a demonstration here. This is a low. This is a high. You're kind of thinking like this. That I don't think like that. Versus me, I'll kind of view it like this because when you want a swing point, you want it to be surrounded by that candle. Let's say this up close candle surrounded by two lower candles, and that doesn't really show that. But that's just the way I kind of view it. If that works for you, like don't change anything. That's also a good way for me to distinguish what is good, what is bad, and that would be kind of the lines of like a bad quality breaker. If that makes sense. And another thing, like maybe it would be like a 30-second breaker or a 15-second breaker for sure. But then when you go lower time frame like that, it sucks so bad. The quality just goes downhill. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Kind of slow today now. Looks like we're purposely pushing higher though. That's the bias overall today. After that retrace. I'm looking for a bullish breaker though. If we can clear this candle, this would be a clear bullish breaker for me. If we can inverse this as well. This here. Not really much happening right now. We might have to wrap up stream soon, by the way, guys. You consider the breaker only if we violate the 1 minute fair value? No. This could be a breaker regardless of this, but I'm just saying it will be more clear of a bullish sentiment. So it'll give this bullish breaker more of a positive, more of a quality of a breaker. Because in this aspect, we get a bullish breaker, sure, but we also are rejecting from a previous bearish fair gap. So this is kind of the way I still read price action, right? Yeah, but so far today, we're not doing much today. We're still on the top step streak. I think this is 27 or so far. Still the Tradify accounts here, which we got payouts on. We'll work for the next payout. Didn't trade my AVEX yet just because I'm still waiting for approval. So we're just on Top Step, we're on Tradify, and we're also on Fast Track Trading. And my fund futures as well, which I didn't trade yet either. Just basics today. It's gonna be just 200 bucks. I think the same with Fast Track Trading. I'm waiting for that. But yeah, hopefully the stream has been informative. I think it's always been nice to just talk to you guys, trade, make some money, talk about your question, answer your questions, help you guys learn if there's anything I can do to help you guys learn too. It's always nice to do that. Same with FTC, man. I'm still. If it happens, it's fine. That's why I'm diverse enough where if it doesn't happen, I still have TradeFi. I still have Top Step. I still have Apex. I still have my fund futures. And I have Take Profit Trade. I keep on forgetting. Like I have Take Profit Trade. I never traded it for like 2 months. I got funded it already. I keep on forgetting. Patience is everything, K-Wolf. Because think about without patience, especially if you're a scalper, without patience, you might take like 20 trades, 10 trades, 5 trades. 5 is already high enough. But better yet, it's gonna be infinitely better for your trading if you focus on quality. So if you just focus on, let's say you trade for 2 hours, right, or 1 hour, focus on one trade. If there's no trade, don't touch it. There's days where the whole entire day I don't even take a single trade. And then when I do force a trade, it always end up in the past where I do flop. But yeah, we're probably gonna wrap this up very soon. But just before that, I'm gonna go over something with you guys now that it's pretty exciting with what we have now. So if you saw in the Discord, if you're in the Discord right now, we talk about keep on giving updates with Smart Prop Firm and our project. So far we process all the cash rebates. Everything's automated now. So now that we can go to the next step where we can just really just push everything out. Whether you make the order with our partners for cash rebate, everything's automatic now. And I'll show you that here. So 2 partners right now is Tradify iPhone Features. I'm gonna probably make more of a visual to so you can see which one is partnered with the cash rebate, which one is not. So anything happens, you'll get cash reward balance when you submit this form. Let's say you do Tradify, submit the order number. Let's say you do My Fund Futures, submit the order number, and then you can add up to 10 of them. You submit. Also with the same thing, you can also enter order number. Let's say I'm just gonna enter a random one, it'll show if it's valid or not for submission. So it says, oh, this one says rejected. This was probably someone I was testing with. Let's try. Hopefully one of them is good, but if it's rejected, you're likely not gonna get verified. There's sometimes there's issues, but if you know for a fact you pay with it, there should be no problems. But yeah, just use this order lookup to confirm if it's in our system, and then use a cash rebate submission forms. And after that, you have this payout system where you just enter your PayPal email, and then if you accumulate, let's say this account accumulate $200, right? This is my account, so I didn't accumulate it. This is my account. You'll just type in $200 withdrawal. There's a $3 withdrawal fee, so it'd be like $197. You get hard cash, and this is my way. I've been working for the last year now, 12 months exactly, because I was working 2023 November on this. We finally got everything up and running, the back end, the front end, and everything. We're gonna add more information with it, but this is something that I've been wanting to give to you guys, to the community, because I feel like it's missing, and it's my way to give back in exchange for the support that you guys are giving me. This is probably like the 10th time I talk about Discord or YouTube, but this is the one time where it's more official. It's confirmed. Everything works out now, and the firm is also cleared on it, so things are more escalating for the better. But I think I'm gonna wrap this up. We're just gonna end this here because there's no price action. We'll do giveaways tomorrow, and then the next few days we're on stream. So we'll be back on stream Wednesday, Thursday, and I don't know if I'll do Friday. We might do Friday, but I'll be meeting some people on Friday, so we'll see about that. Have a good one, guys. See you guys tomorrow. And then there's gonna be a TradeFi video dropping shortly today too. TradeFi video today.